Researchers took antibodies directly from human fibromyalgia patients and injected them into healthy mice. Every single mouse developed immediate pain hypersensitivity, the defining characteristic of fibromyalgia. This controlled laboratory evidence proves fibromyalgia has a physical, transferable mechanism. It is a measurable immune system dysfunction, completely separate from a psychosomatic condition. That immune dysfunction initiates a cascade of downstream consequences, leading directly to a massive cellular energy crisis. That specific deficit of energy is the true driver of the exhaustion, brain fog, and widespread pain. Step by step, you can implement a metabolic protocol to bypass this energy blockage and reverse your symptoms. Because this involves periods of fasting and very high-dose vitamins, securing appropriate medical supervision is a strict prerequisite before beginning. Once we shift the focus away from masking the pain with medication and direct our attention toward repairing your cellular energy, the entire approach to recovery becomes clear and actionable. To fix the problem, we first have to map the root cause. Inside every cell of your body are mitochondria, which act as microscopic energy-producing factories. Normally, the primary mitochondrial pathway completes its cycle, producing 36 to 38 units of ATP. But fibromyalgia inflammation physically blocks this pathway. The cell diverts to an inefficient backup system, glycolysis, dropping your energy output to just 2 units. The sheer scale of this deficit means your body is suddenly forced to run all of its essential processes on approximately 5% of its normal power capacity. This profound lack of cellular fuel explains exactly why you cannot achieve restorative deep sleep and why your body consistently fails to repair damaged tissue. The energy required to complete those tasks simply is not there. To make matters worse, that inefficient backup system produces a high volume of lactic acid as a byproduct. Because the mitochondria cannot clear it out, the acid pools in your muscles, causing the chronic aching and burning pain. The widespread pain, cognitive fog, and unrelenting exhaustion are all measurable, predictable consequences of this systemic cellular energy failure. The immediate priority is getting fuel back into your starving nerve cells by finding a back door around the blocked mitochondrial pathway. This schematic shows exactly how we achieve that. Ketones. They are an alternative energy substrate that naturally bypass the inflammatory blockade and feed directly into the energy chain, safely delivering power to the core. To kickstart massive ketone production and reduce deep cellular inflammation, clinical data supports using a 3 to 12-day therapeutic fast. A prolonged fast of this magnitude places intense initial demands on your biology. You must execute this step under the direct supervision of a qualified medical professional. Once the fasting period concludes, the long-term maintenance strategy requires transitioning to a strict low-carbohydrate diet. This ensures your body maintains a continuous, daily supply of ketones. Shifting your primary fuel source entirely circumvents the core biological damage. It forces power back into your failing nervous system. With alternative fuel flowing, we can introduce targeted supplementation to repair the underlying immune dysfunction and support the compromised energy cycle. This dosage scale illustrates the difference between standard maintenance and a targeted therapeutic intervention. To restore your natural killer cell function and reset the immune system, the protocol requires approximately 50,000 IU of vitamin D3 per day for a period of weeks. Taking vitamin D3 at this volume without its essential cofactors can lead to calcium toxicity and poor absorption. You must take it alongside magnesium, vitamin K2, and zinc. Magnesium malate plays a dual role here. First, the malate specifically supports ATP energy production within the cell. Second, the magnesium chemically blocks the specific NMDA receptors in your brain responsible for amplifying pain signals. We then add coenzyme Q10 to support the mechanics of the energy chain itself, followed by vitamin B1, which is required to clear out the toxic lactic acid built up in your muscle tissues. These combined dosages form a highly targeted biochemical intervention, engineered specifically to restart your cellular engine and rebuild your immune defenses. While you rebuild that engine, you have to stop draining the battery. We are taught that intense physical exercise is always beneficial, but you must stop all vigorous physical activity immediately. Look at how this system falters and collapses under strain. Pushing a body operating on 5% capacity creates impossible physiological demands. This guarantees severe crashes and deepens the cellular damage. Substitute intense workouts with gentle movement, like walking or stretching. Concurrently, you must actively restructure your daily environment to radically reduce psychological stress, which independently triggers inflammation. True biological recovery is impossible if you continue demanding massive outputs of energy that your body physically cannot produce. Fibromyalgia takes years to develop. It will not be fixed overnight. The reversal process requires months of consistent dedication to this restorative protocol. This checklist outlines your 4 distinct actions. Take a screenshot for your records. Initiate fasting and a low-carb diet, secure your targeted supplements, stick to gentle movement only, and prioritize stress reduction. Your immediate next action is clear. Take this protocol to your doctor, discuss the parameters for a therapeutic fast, and begin your low-carbohydrate transition today. By bypassing the blocked energy pathways and supplying the correct biological tools, you are giving your body exactly what it needs to heal itself.